friends, Mary Baker Eddy once said that love always had been and always would be the answer to every human need. On the other hand, Dr. Bruno Bedelheim has said that love is not enough. In order to resolve this controversy, we'd like to present a scene entitled First Affair.
Intimacy is often facilitated if it is combined with or initiated by sexual attraction and consummation. However, this type of love is by its very nature not lasting. The two persons become well acquainted, their intimacy loses more and more of its miraculous character until their antagonism... Oh, Joan, I'll call you back and read the rest later. All right, bye-bye. Come on in. Oh, Father.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Hey, you painted your room white.
Yes, you didn't notice it?
No, I haven't been in
weeks
so
ago.
long.
Well, I had paint in the hallway, buckets of paint for weeks.
Yeah, well, it looks
Do you like it?
great, sure.
Oh, I'm glad you do. I think it's quite an improvement over the forest green.
Uh-huh.
Besides, my Matisses go much better on this wall.
Yeah, they do.
But you're looking pale and wan. Why?
I guess it's because you painted your room white, huh?
You've been up late at night working on one of your books again, haven't you?
Yes, that's right, I have.
Which book?
Obscenity in Middle Chinese and its relationship to the Nazi regime.
Oh. That's the one they won't publish. Why do you work on it?
Well, it's a twisty point, but it's valid. They'll publish it.
I guess it's important to you.
Yeah.
Would you like some Turkish coffee?
Sure, I'd love some Turkish coffee. I got your report card.
Oh, uh-huh.
You got all A's again.
What can I do? I'm precocious.
Yeah, well, just don't work too hard, that's all.
No,
What you been doing outside of school?
not much. I'm taking a dance course.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the first time you've done that.
Oh, yes. Well, and it's very exciting, too. My dancing teacher is very interested and involved in Zen Buddhism. And so it's a new theory on dance. Actually, she throws out all the old forms, you see, and we move from the bones.
How do you manage?
Well, I don't know. It's sort of a back-to-the-earth principle, and we kind of move bone upward. And it's exciting. It really is. It's hard to imagine. Also,
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, the other hard thing to imagine is that we don't dance to music.
What on earth do you dance to?
Well, there is a rhythm to Paracelsus.
Do you dance to a Renaissance Swiss physician?
Yes, I know. It's very hard to
I
describe.
guess it's better than dancing to Morris Fishburne.
I don't know who he is, but Father, we're going to have a review late in June. Will you come? Because then you can see. Because we have 40 girls in class now, and it's a tremendous, beautiful. What we're doing is we're going to dance in green and white gym suits and white tennies, and it's all going to be beautiful because we're going to dance in front of Buckingham Fountain, and it's an hour of nothing but Paracelsus.
I can't picture it. I'll have to come. That's the only way.
Yes.
But that's still your schoolwork. I've been wondering what you're doing outside of school. What went on up in Wisconsin, up at the Murphys last weekend?
Oh,
Have a good time?
Oh, fun. We had fun. Father, let the grounds settle because I don't want you to choke. There are about 1.5 inches of grounds there. But
That's
it's
the way with Turkish coffee,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's the way.
What happened on the weekend?
The weekend, I hardly know. We were so busy. I went horseback riding and I went skiing.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, and and did I tell you Dr. Murphy had a party?
Oh, great.
Yeah, it was so nice because there were hundreds of people. There was quite something because the governor of Wisconsin was there too.
Oh, really? You
And,
got to meet a celebrity, huh?
Who?
The governor of Wisconsin.
Oh, I wasn't at the party.
Why not?
The kids, we were having our own function in the basement.
You're having a separate party.
Father, it's hard to describe, but it wasn't a party. It was
What
more,
was it?
well, it was more like an experiment. Yeah, it was a mass experiment, actually.
Well, what was the nature of the experiment?
Well, Let's see. It was, well, you'll just, believe me, Father, it wasn't for pleasure.
Well, most experiments aren't. What did you do?
It's so funny.
Yeah, I know. I'll just knock myself out. But tell me what it was.
We smoked dope.
You did what? What did you do?
Just spilled the coffee on
Yes, I know, but what did you do?
Father, I know what you're thinking.
Of course you know what I'm thinking. I don't want my 15-year-old daughter to be a junkie. I'm old-fashioned.
No, Father, no.
What?
No, I wouldn't have done it. It wasn't a whim. It wasn't whimsy.
Well, what was it for?
Father, it was only marijuana.
What do you mean, only marijuana?
Well, I know, but you see, you're ignorant.
I'm not ignorant.
I don't mean to say
I know
that.
as much as the next person about marijuana. I read the Reader's Digest, don't I?
No, Father, you don't. I'm sorry, but that's a little obsolete. You can't, Father.
What is that?
Well, the University of Chicago is
They've
coming.
come out and sent you a little kit. How to become a junkie, a home study course.
No, Father.
What was it?
You can't possibly become a junkie because, you see, the sociologists...
What is it? What was it? Are they taking dope for experiments?
Well,
What is it?
maybe. I don't know. But, you see, it's a learned process, and it's not habit-forming, and that's a wonderful discovery
Yeah,
because...
but it's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go to jail for it.
Yeah, well, I know, but it's like the retreat from Moscow or the Spanish Civil War. You've got to die for something.
It's not like the Spanish Civil War. You wouldn't die. They'd put you in some boring reformatory with a lot of tedious girls.
That would be hideous, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I want you to promise me never to do that again.
Yeah, you have a very interesting point there, actually.
I want you to promise if the point is interesting or not.
Yes, I certainly, Father, if I don't want to cause you anxiety. I mean, I
Don't
wouldn't.
want to cause me just
No,
promise.
I promise. I can't do it when I'm of age.
You're
18.
never of age. Suddenly you're 18, you can be a junkie.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
promise, I believe you, because you've never broken a promise before.
I haven't, and I won't, Father. And in fact, when I think of it in retrospect, blah, it was awful. It really wasn't very
Don't
pleasant.
act, just promise.
I promise, Father. Oh, I feel purged. Oh, if you only knew. Oh, what a secret that was. Well, thank you, Father. I'm purged. Purged. Well, I have some homework now.
What else happened on the weekend?
Well, who have you been talking to?
Very good question. I've been talking to Fred Stewart, the elder. Father of Fred Stewart, the younger. Your friend, Fred, who was up there on the weekend. You remember old Fred. Old young Fred. I was talking to his father, and his father seemed to be making some sort of point that I didn't understand. First he spilled ink on himself, and then he looked out of the window, and he sort of seemed like a dog that was trying to tell you something.
Oh, Father. Oh, what imagery. Father, I'll tell you. Father, the whole family, they have one thing in common. It's very dear to me. They're all so brilliant, they're incoherent.
Fred is not usually incoherent. He's writing a book called Clarity.
Well, but you see, the funny thing is that Fred the younger is quite similar in that he's all mind. Rest
I
assured,
can't picture
Father.
that
he's
now.
all mind.
I'm not resting assured.
Well, if you can't, he was there. He was there.
Yes, that I know.
Yes, he was there. He
That's
was
been
there.
established.
But our relationship, Father, is it's spiritual. We merged minds.
How?
You're so cynical. It's like an intellectual simpatico, Father.
Consisting of what?
Well, it was an experiment.
Now what was an experiment? You had a very scientific weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, it was. In fact.
What was the experiment?
Well, Father, now, don't get excited. You get so excited so
But
easily.
what was it?
Well, have you read The Art of Loving by Eric Fromm?
No, I haven't. What's that got to do
Well,
with it?
Father, listen to this because it has a whole lot to do, and then you'll understand. Well, now, you see, it's a new theory on love, and it's fascinating. Oh.
Yeah, sure, but what is it?
It turns out, you see, that it takes years to learn how to love.
Uh-huh. And what did you do?
Well, Father, wait. Now, I haven't finished. It's like carpentry or medicine. It's an art.
Yeah, it's like carpentry or medicine.
All those songs on the radio, you know, the instant I saw you, I felt...
Yes, so what happened? You read the book, and then you did a little field work. I'm trying to ask you if you made love with Fred. There.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's a semantic argument.
It is not a semantic argument. It's a question of mechanics that I'm asking. Did you do what is commonly called making love with Fred?
I'm glad you asked me.
I'm glad I was able to.
Yes.
Well, you did, there. You see, you go and read some funny book and you misinterpret the entire thing at what?
No, I didn't misinterpret it.
What is it?
I'm sorry.
You needn't be sorry. It's perfectly all right.
I'm going back to horses.
You're not going back to horses. Now sit down.
I feel wretched.
You shouldn't feel wretched.
I do. Santiano was right to go live in a convent.
What?
I'm going.
You're not going to a convent. They wouldn't let you take your horse.
Oh. I was so wrong.
No, you weren't.
Oh, yes, yes. I feel so guilty.
You have no reason to feel guilty, although what you did was wrong.
Yes.
I don't mean that.
Father, I want to
What
stop.
I mean is I understand what happened on the weekend.
I don't.
What I mean is, I understand that you felt that you were falling in love with him and you were carried away.
Oh,
you needn't
no,
worry.
Father, no. Nothing like that.
So you felt that you loved Fred, didn't you?
Oh, no.
You felt some sort of feeling of friendship and warmth.
No, we read the book. We know exactly what we were doing.
Well, what did you feel?
Well, in the Freudian sense, we had ego needs.
I'm not talking about ego needs. I'm talking about love, like in Dido and Aeneas. Like in Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, Father, those were two neurotics of the worst sort.
They weren't neurotics. Juliet was only 14 years old. She was a year younger than you are, and she only knew Romeo for 4 days.
Oh, Father.
And listen to what she says.
Impossible. You
Listen to
can't
what she
love.
says. She says, "Give me my Romeo, and when he dies, cut him out in little stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that all the world shall fall in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun." Now, you must have felt something like that for Fred, didn't you? Didn't you?
Father, can I tell you something?
Sure.
He doesn't want me.